A major police corruption scandal in Toronto is once again raising the issue of access to our personal information.
8 current and former Toronto police officers are accused of accepting bribes, aiding drug traffickers, and leaking personal information to criminals.
At the center of it all, Toronto Police Constable Tim Barnhart, accused of selling confidential information to alleged organized crime figure Brian DaCosta.
Police have access to mountains of our personal information in databases, and their use of it for their own purposes is well documented.
For 8 years, the police sergeant illegally accessed a police database to contact women in order to pursue intimate relationships with them.
A high-ranking BC police officer used police resources to conduct searches on his ex-girlfriend and her family.
Police forces are facing complaints over allegations that their staff misused the portal that gave them access to sensitive information.
Time and again, we see that if police have access to the public's info, they misuse it. One of the worst examples of this is carding or street checks, the arbitrary collection of personal info from people who come into contact with the police but aren't suspected of any crime. Carding has especially targeted Black and Indigenous people, and it became such a scandal in the last decade that police promised they'd stop doing it.
On behalf of the Halifax Regional Police, I am sorry.
I'm sure you are, but racial profiling hasn't stopped, and the police have conveniently kept all the historical carding info they collected. In Halifax, frontline cops can no longer access historical carding data, but investigators and supervisors still can. In Toronto, where carding is ongoing, police have ignored calls to purge the databases. And if some police have access to your info, it's likely they all do. For example, police share info across regions and provinces. They even share our info with the good people at Customs and Border Patrol in the US. This has led to Canadians being denied entry to the US for non-criminal incidents like mental health calls that appear in police databases. In response to the latest scandal in Toronto, Ontario's police watchdog has just announced a probe into corruption and policing in the province. We don't know if police access to databases will be under review. All we know is that police have way too much access to our personal information, and that access puts us all at risk.